Hey guys, today we'll be talking about the differences between objects and instances as they are called in GameMaker, and game objects and instances or clones as they are called in Unity 3D. Game objects are the basic structure out of which the instances are cloned and then spawned in the game room to use them. One of the best examples is an enemy. We normally create a single game object of one type of enemy, and then we create its instances that spawn in the game world and then attack our player. In real life, I can give examples like making DVDs from digital content is one of the way of instantiating the data of the digital content. Like, I have some data on my PC in a digital form. I'm making DVDs of it and distributing it among my friends. So the data in my hard disk drive or my hard drive is the game object, can be considered to be like the game object, whereas the data on the DVD can be considered as the instances. Photocopying can also be considered as a form of instantiating the data that you have. Like, if you have a certificate and you go to an university or a company, if they ask you for your certificates, you don't give the original copies to them, rather you hand over photocopies to them. So that is how you are handing over only the instances to them. The main game object is safe with you. The third example is taking printouts from the data you have on your computer. Maybe some scanned certificates, maybe some emails. One very important thing about game objects is one very important thing about instances is that they can be changed after creation. Like, after cloning an instance from a game object, you can still change all the variables of the instance so as to make it behave completely differently. However, some of the scripts and all had some limitation to this, but many of the things can be still changed. Like, the sprites can be changed, that is the images that it is related to, so that it will look totally different. The alpha value, the transparency can be changed, the colors can be changed, and you can create shadows after it is created, even though the initial value doesn't have a script for 2D shadows. So in a way, we can say that making DVDs from digital content can be an incomplete example. Rather, we can say we are copying the digital content of our hard drive into 10 pen drives or 10 flash drives, where we can still change the material, we can still change the data. So this is it for the differences between objects and instances. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe and like if you like.